The cutie pies they all know. Today we're adding Lay Your Head on My Pillow by Toni Toné to the rotation. Welcome to Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency. The early 90s was a heck of a time for R&B. So many songs ingrained in the depths of my brain, instantly taking me back to very specific times and places. Mariah Carey, Always Be My Baby. Monica, Just One of Them Days. Don't Leave Me Girl by Blackstreet. And SWV's Weak still takes me back to summer times at the Y, in the back of the bus on the way to Hart Street Park, sitting next to Leah, smelling like strawberry lip gloss and lotion. Yeah. It was always kind of strange to me. Toni, 3 times, spelled 3 ways, but none of the people in the group was named Toni. Dwayne Wiggins on guitar, his brother Raphael Saadiq on bass, and their cousin Christian Riley on drums and keys. It was the late 80s in Oakland, and while most popular R&B was leaning towards programmed drums and sounds, Dwayne insisted on live instruments. Now this is important because although Raphael Saadiq has a more recognizable career, check his production credits, some of which we've covered on this channel. Dwayne Wiggins, the older brother, was the initial driving force behind the group. Their early sound blended some vintage stuff with New Jack Swing. Feels Good is a good example of this. But by their third album, 1993's Sons of Soul, they found their voice with organic instrumentation and dynamic songwriting. The album had 5 singles, 5, including Anniversary, If I Had No Loot, and Slow Wine. But the standout, as far as I'm concerned, has always been it's Dwayne Wiggins playing that iconic octave intro. The chords are filled in by Jubu Smith, who was their studio and touring guitarist. Now I gotta pause here because Jubu is a gem. And I will go so far to say that in addition to Spanky Alfred, Jubu Smith played a huge role in what R&B guitar playing would become, including neo soul. I stand on that. Listen to his playing on Anniversary and you'll hear so much of what was imitated after. But speaking of neo soul, this is essentially the scaffolding that this album, Sons of Soul, was building, both musically and aesthetically. Check the video for Slow Wine and tell me that it couldn't have been shot in Philly in 2002 instead of in the Bay in 93. Now, I wasn't old enough to know anything about anybody laying their head on somebody else's pillow, but I do remember the way I felt hearing that intro as a kid. Butterflies in my stomach. I felt like life was good and so much of that goodness was ahead of me. It was the same feeling I'd get from the smell of rain-soaked concrete in summer. And I ain't trying to get poetic, but I just remember feeling like I was swimming in harmonies when the vocals dropped, like a nostalgia for the future. This song is a journey. It's one I still take today. The Soular Rock is not bound by linear time. The past, the present, and the future coexist and hop over and in between each other like double dutch. So while I haven't been to Hart Street Park in decades, somehow it's still right here. Lastly, the great Dwayne Wiggins passed away in March of 2025 at the age of 64. May he rest in peace. This has been Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency, and we frequent it frequently. You already know the deal. Be sure to hit the link in the description for the Soular Rock Radio playlist. Like, subscribe, and let your friends know we are building a Soular Rock movement, and I want you to be a part. All right? Peace.